Thank you. I'm very happy to be here today with you to share my support for what I believe is nothing more than providing some basic choice to a population of young people here in Illinois. You may not believe this because when you look at me, you see how old I am. But many, many years ago, I used to be a child. And when I was a child, I didn't have a lot of choices. I lived with my parents, where they decided to live. I wore the clothes that my parents gave me. And I had to eat the food that my mother cooked. And you heard I'm Irish, so it wasn't very good food. Mr. Lawler? But I had no choice. Millions of undocumented immigrants in the United States didn't give their children that they brought with them the choice to enter our borders. Their parents believed that this nation provided the best opportunities for their future. But the undocumented children who entered this nation had no choice more than I did to come here and be a fifth-generation Irish American here in Chicago. So there is a population of young people in Illinois who know of no other home but the United States. They've grown up here. They've lived here for nearly their entire life. They've contributed to their communities as volunteers. They've studied hard in school, and they've come to an age where they can finally make some choices of their own. But because they're undocumented, the law limits their choices and denies these young, intelligent, hardworking, dedicated, and yes, patriotic residents the basic options of our city. So let's face it, the dream of college should not be out of reach for the brightest, most determined students. We shouldn't hinder ability of dedicated students to travel to their school. So it makes no sense to deny people the chance to train and test before they enter our roadways. But that's not the way it is now. You can go to college, but even if you're the valedictorian, you'll be hard-pressed to find a job. Because when you were a child, someone else chose where you were going to live, and you're not documented. You can drive on our Illinois roadways, but you don't get caught because you can't earn any legal driving certificate and you can't drive legally. That's wrong. These are choices of necessity. They are choices made every day by thousands of young people who just want to make a better life for themselves. These are the lives that we can impact by putting reason ahead of emotion. It's thanks to the leadership of people like President Hogan that these issues are still alive here in Illinois. He deserves our thanks. I also want to thank the members of the Senate Latino Caucus. Senator Willie Delgado, Senator Iris Martinez, Senator Tony Munoz, and Senator Martin Sandoval. These are advocates in our caucus and leaders that the entire immigrant rights community can be proud of. And I'm very proud to sponsor the DREAM Act. Thank you very much.